What's going on, ladies and gentlemen and ladies? Shout out to the IG and shout out to the YouTube fam. I have to just say this real quick, and I think that I share the sentiment of normal, functional people. And I only got about 14 minutes to make this video. Joe Biden is a complete failure. I don't understand for the life of me how this guy is the president of the United States. Not only is he circling the drain, he's not cognitive. He's not a reasonable person. He's old and senile. And his leadership is going down the path of words I'm trying not to use right now. But he has zero leadership. Our country is literally, the contrast between Trump and Biden is night and day. Even during the pandemic, Donald Trump, in my opinion, had our country together. Donald Trump held the standard that our country was strong. People around the world knew they don't F with the United States of America, pandemic or not. You don't F with our country. Under slow Biden, if people are laughing at us, I'm laughing at us. How is this fool even if he need to be in a nursing home? Old senile man is stumbling around the White House of the greatest country on planet Earth, and people still believe that he somehow got elected. I don't even go there. What's going on in Afghanistan is beyond bizarre to me. We should have never been over there because Bush is a crook, in my opinion. They went over there to exploit America, exploit Afghanistan. They had an agenda, and they were using their own agenda for 20 years. They knew that what they were doing was not effective for 20 years. Under Bush, Trump, Obama, you go down the list. The people in charge of our government are absolute crooks. How in the world, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is a crook, and I'm not necessarily saying that Obama isn't a crook. I'm saying that somebody needs to explain to me how the United States government, the people who are in charge of our military, allow us to be in Afghanistan for 20 years. And we decide to pull out of Afghanistan, and within weeks, the Taliban has completely taken over. Completely taken over. They said it was 6 million people there, and the Taliban is taking over in a matter of days. Then they running around with what appears to be, and what people are saying that they are, I can't verify it, I don't know, American weapons that have been left behind, drones and other technology that have been left behind by Americans when they just completely abandoned Afghanistan. It's crazy to me. And watching those people running next to the U.S., that big old aircraft, and people falling off the aircraft. I look at how crazy things are happening in our country under the leadership of Joe Biden. Y'all know how I feel about COVID. You know, strand here, strand there, strand everywhere. Everybody get a strand. It's all bull crap. You can wear a mask. You don't have to wear a mask sitting down at a restaurant, but you have to wear a mask sitting down in your classroom. Social distancing. And you shouldn't be at a crowded place. You can't go to your family's funeral, but you can fly on an airplane. You can fly on an airplane. But you can't go to your mom and daddy's funeral, but you can fly on an airplane. I'm old enough to remember when people could not attend their family member's funeral. They couldn't go into the hospital to see a dying family member. But you can fly on an airplane, no problem. No problem. Fly on an airplane, 6-7 hours, I don't want to say a cuss word, but you got, I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it, but it's a phrase that we used to use. You got butts and elbows touching, kissing and slopping on each other. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. How dare you think about going to a family meeting, a family gathering? How dare you, super spreading criminal? But yet BLM is out protesting every night, and they haven't said a word about it. How dare you go to President Trump's rally, you super spreader, and they out here terrorizing the community, burning stuff down, looting stores, and not one iota of criticism of COVID-19 spreading. You didn't get vaccinated, you super spreaders, y'all just, you guys hate America and that. But Lollapalooza had tens of thousands of people piled in each other like sardines, spitting and slopping on each other. God knows with the amount of alcohol that they were drinking at Lollapalooza and the amount of STDs that people were catching, COVID don't even have a chance. But they didn't say nothing about that. I don't even think it came up on the news that there was a problem. That in Chicago they're gonna. Lori Dirtyfoot is condoning it, but you better not dare go to holiday vacation with your family. It can't be more than 2 or 3 of them in the house together. This is Biden's America, man. Whoever voted for him, y'all voted for him to be. Y'all voted for poor leadership. You knew that half dead man wasn't gonna be able to do nothing. Economy is out of control. The market is getting ready. The housing market is getting ready to crash, like nobody's business, because these liberals are just deferred. First of all, they shut your businesses down. Then they've deferred payment as if somehow money is going to drop out of the air. You're going to start being able to recoup the payments that you haven't paid for the last 2 years, year and a half. And then now people are moving out of these liberal hellholes, and how the housing market is, you can't buy. People are buying or are being charged or these overpriced houses. These houses are probably being sold 30-40% higher than what they're worth. And you're telling me this is not going to have a residual effect. Gas prices are out of control. The country is probably the most divided it's been since Obama. It's the battle of the vaxxed and the non-vaxxed. CRT, everything is racist, white supremacy. I just saw a story, and I got to go in a minute. I just saw a story on this news site. They talk about all the shootings that go on. 7-year-old and a 6-year-old got shot and killed in one of these inner city communities. But white supremacy is the biggest problem that we're facing today. And then they said just over the weekend, it was like 50-some people shot and 4 people were killed, including a 7-year-old, in one weekend. And white supremacy is the problem that people of color are facing in our today's society. We need to defund the police. And Cori Bush, the dummy, they had the nerve to say she's willing to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars on private security, but she thinks it's right to defund the police. In her city, she represents her district. In St. Louis, I think this is not just St. Louis. This is Missouri as a state. Had one unarmed black man shot in 2020 and had one unarmed black man shot in 2015. That's 2 people in 5 years, 5 or 6 years, if you count 21. 2 black men shot unarmed in 6 years. You probably can't count on your hands, toes, and the hands and toes of everybody you know of how many black people have been shot and killed in St. Louis alone. But you know what? This is the America that these people want to live in. Liberalism, if we don't step up and we don't do something about this, if we don't fight back, if we don't, we just lay down and take it, liberalism will destroy the greatest country that ever existed. They are going to turn this place into a communist country. And let me say this before I leave, because I got 4 minutes. They want to demonize those who do not agree with them tearing down the country. It is a right that you should be able to question the government. You should be critical of the government. There's nowhere in the Constitution, there's nowhere in any founding document that says that the government controls your life. We, the people, give the government authority. The government don't give us authority. We give the government the authority to act on our behalf. And at a point in time in which the government is not acting in good faith, we can remove that authority from the government. Do not forget that. They don't run us. They can't tell you what to do. And within reason. Okay, you out here searching stuff you shouldn't search on the internet of little kids, then you fair game. But for you to tell the American people that they cannot question an election, that they cannot question the most confusing rhetoric I've ever heard of any disease on any scale. I can say disease, this is a virus, technically, theoretically, I guess. You know, it's a lot of questions around it, but somehow we're supposed to lay down and take it. I'm telling you, America, we better start fighting back. We better start fighting back in these schools. Don't let these people teach your kids all this stupid stuff. Don't let them tell you your kids got to wear a muzzle for 6 hours a day. No, tell them no. Withdraw your kids from the school. They're not really getting a good education anyway. To be honest, let me tell you something. And I gotta go, man. I can't be on here. When I was in school, I don't remember half of that stuff. I don't need half of the stuff that they taught us in school. I have never needed to use a day in my life. And the stuff that I do use, I did not need to go to school for that. I didn't need to go to school for that. They are wasting time brainwashing kids and doing nothing for the benefit of their future. They don't teach kids how to do nothing. And nobody care about, I could teach my kid 2 + 2 is 4. I could teach my kid to multiply, subtract, divide, fractions. I could teach my kid that. But what they're not teaching your kids, or what kids are not learning, is how do you have a conversation with somebody? How do you lead? How do you serve? How do you communicate? They got kids out here that it's called book smart, but you're not street smart. They teach you all this stuff that you're never going to use so you can be book smart. And you get out in the world and you're a complete idiot. 90% of the youth growing up, they're complete idiots. They're cowards. They're idiots. They're afraid of everything. They don't take chances. They just follow the system. They're just a wasted time. Some of these young people, just complete idiots. They can't do nothing. They soft as a marshmallow. You go out right now and you challenge one of them, they'll cry in the corner like a punk. Then they sleeping with people and have a kid with them. Now daddy's a punk and then he grew up and raised little chumps. Then they the next generation of crybabies that are entitled. Running around thinking you need to pay them $15 an hour. Well, Joker, what you doing ain't worth $15 an hour. You actually suck. You have no people skills. You're a coward. You don't know how to dress. You have no leadership skills. I have to drag you by your hair to tell you what to do every 5 minutes. You're a sucky individual. An illegal alien can come over here and do a better job than you. And you want me to pay you $15 an hour. I'd rather pay an illegal $20 an hour than pay your entitled, self-centered, cowardice, brain dead, super woke self a single dime. Keep playing. Y'all keep playing. Keep playing. Y'all can get replaced. Yeah, it's cute now. It's cute now. You can get replaced. And you better believe it. They got these illegals coming over here in this country. They ain't complaining. They ain't talking about no white supremacy. They ain't over here talking about equal rights. They ain't over here talking about nothing. They going to work. They out here working, grinding, putting in pools, doing yard work. Every person, I think I've seen like 3 black people. Almost every person that do yard work on my street are Hispanics. Every person I see doing yard work, everywhere I drive by, Hispanic. They out here hustling. They out here grinding. To be honest, some of them are more valuable than some of the Americans. Don't want to get their fingernails dirty. Just a bunch of weenies. America is growing up a generation of weenies that need to get punched in the mouth. Kids need to have to complete a boot camp to graduate from high school. You need to go to boot camp. You need to go and complete a boot camp. You not only need to have it here, you need to have it here. If I was in control of this stuff, I'd be like, no, no, no. You can't just be street. You can't just be book smart. You can't just know 2 + 2 is 4. You need to know algebra. That's not enough. Hell, you ain't never gonna use algebra a day in your life. You ain't never gonna learn how to measure an isosceles triangle. Ain't nobody care. You better know how to communicate with your brothers and sisters. You better know what leadership look like. You better know how to lead. You better know how to manage your finances. Okay. I'm done running my mouth, man. These people, these kids, cowards, corny cowards. You need to go to boot camp. You need to finish boot camp. You got heart. I don't care. I don't care. That's why sports are so important. And I gotta go. I'm 2 minutes late. That's why sports are so important, because sports teach you teamwork, teach you how to handle adversity. You're working out. You're getting in good shape. You have to do a lot of stuff playing sports. You got to push yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have an achievement. You have a goal. You learn how to attain a goal. You learn how to have vision. You learn how to dream. You learn how to pursue a goal. You learn how to invest, meaning invest in your athletic ability, training for the next season to do well. That's why kids need to be playing sports. All they do is sit around and try to be so academically smart. It's not going to work. You're not going to be nobody. There's people in this country that have dropped out of high school that are far more successful. Why, Mr. Tatum? Because it ain't about memorizing a test. How do you function in this life? How do you teach young people to have vision, to dream big, to accomplish? Those are things that are way more important than trying to teach them about this wokeness that y'all teaching them. But that's fine. I'm going to teach my kid. My kid going to be better than yours if you don't teach your kid that. Let them go to school. Let them not play sports. Let them be a coward. Run around. They ain't never had adversity until they ready to kill themselves because they ain't never had adversity. Somebody bullied them. So now they want to punk out. Oh, you bullied me. I used to get bullied all the time when I was in school because I couldn't read that good. Still can't read that good. I don't care. I'm more successful than half of the people that can read better than me. But I still can't read that good. People used to bully me all the time. Popcorn read me. I don't care, man. You can't whoop me, so you can bully me all you want. Then I'm just going to find a better joke for you. You know, your mama ugly. I can't read and your mama ugly. So we even. You know what I'm saying? We used to, when I was younger, we used to be like, well, I can't read, but you can't beat me running. And that used to be a thing. Like, bro, I could beat you running now, bro. You can't beat me running, though. You probably can read better than me, but you can't hit harder than me. You know what I'm saying? That used to be the thing. You can't hit harder than me, so I can't read and you can't hit harder than me, so. You know what I'm saying? I got a scholarship. I can't read. You can read better than me, but I got a full scholarship to college. What you got? You know what I'm saying? That's what we used to do. You can't play football better. You can't fight better than me. You don't look. You can't dress better than me. So somebody do. When you're young, you say you can't pull more girls than me. You know what I'm saying? Like now, kids you tell them something and they go cry like a little coward. Mommy, they bullied me. They bullied me. They were mean to me. They said my dress bad. You know what I'm saying? Little kids that poor, they go, oh, they dress. They laugh at your clothes. You like, at least I got clothes. Like my grandma used to say. Because, they also used to pick on me because I had skinny legs. You got skinny legs, Brandon. You got skinny legs. I said, my granny used to say, boy, don't worry about them people telling you got no skinny legs. At least you got legs. If you ain't had no legs, you would want them skinny legs. That's what y'all need more grandmas. Y'all out here, soft as a marshmallow. You make fun of my hair. They don't talk to me at lunch. I don't need to talk to you at lunch. Talk to yourself like I do all the time. Then maybe you'll be successful. I don't need nobody talking to me. I talk to myself. Anyway, let me get dressed. I'm 5 minutes over to do. I ate my ride down there waiting on me. All right, I love you guys. Appreciate you. I'll see you on the next one, man. I'm out.